The screen door of Peggy's farmhouse creaks open, a mournful sound echoing in the crisp morning air. Peggy, her face etched with years, stands on the porch, the chill wind rustling loose strands of her hair. Her brother, Dennis, holds a manila envelope, a smile playing on his lips, almost too eager. He pats Peggy's shoulder, a gesture that feels unsettling, his touch lingering a moment too long. The early morning light casts long, distorting shadows across the familiar landscape of the porch. Dennis's voice, a chilling whisper, cuts through the quiet. "Peggy, it's time you accepted reality." Peggy sits at her worn kitchen table, the open manila envelope, a stark white against the dark wood. Her eyes, wide with disbelief, scan the documents, a dawning horror twisting her features. The papers detail the shocking transfer of her parents' farmhouse into Dennis's name. Her own name is conspicuously absent, a void that screams betrayal and injustice. A subtle tremor betrays her inner turmoil, her hands shaking as she holds the damning evidence. Her face, a canvas of dawning horror, slowly registers the full, devastating implications of the treachery. Sunlight streams through a small window, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air of a humble bedroom. A midwife works with quiet efficiency, her hands gentle and purposeful. Frank and Mary Callahan watch with awe and love as their daughter, Margaret, is born. The simple room radiates warmth and affection, a sanctuary of new beginnings. This home, though humble, holds the promise of deep and lasting bonds for young Margaret. In a sunlit bedroom, an older Peggy sits beside her mother, Mary, her hand gently clasping Mary's frail one. Mary, weakened by Parkinson's, takes a quiet, final breath, her eyes closing peacefully. Peggy's face contorts in a silent scream, a wave of profound grief washing over her. Tears stream down Peggy's cheeks, a testament to years of shared memories within these walls. The room, once filled with life, now holds the heavy silence of loss, a profound personal history etched in the air. A vibrant 1980s farmhouse driveway, bathed in the golden light of a summer day. Young Peggy, her face alight with youthful energy, meticulously paints the porch railings. The sun's warm glow highlights her focused expression, a testament to her dedication. Her brushstrokes are steady and precise, transforming the railing with fresh paint. The scene radiates a peaceful, dedicated effort in maintaining her cherished home. The sun bathes a long, winding farmhouse driveway in a golden glow, hinting at a timeless memory. Peggy and Tom, hands caked with rich earth, kneel together, their movements a synchronized dance of creation. They carefully plant small oak saplings, nurturing the fragile beginnings of a future forest. A tender glance passes between them, a silent promise exchanged amidst the rustling leaves. Their eyes hold a shared vision, an unspoken dream for the land stretching before them. The young trees stand as symbols of hope, rooted in the love and labor of their hands. Under the vast sky, an aged Peggy stands beneath a grand maple tree, its leaves whispering secrets of the past. Her gaze, filled with a quiet sorrow, falls upon a simple wooden cross. The cross stands as a poignant marker, a silent testament to a love that once was. With gentle hands, Peggy places a vibrant bouquet of flowers. Each bloom is a tender tribute, a colorful echo of her enduring devotion to her late husband, Tom. The soft breeze rustles through the field, carrying her silent farewell, a poignant moment of remembrance. In the dimly lit kitchen, Peggy sits alone, the oppressive silence of the house weighing heavily upon her. Transfer documents, stark white against the dark countertop, lie spread before her, a testament to her struggle. Her voice, a haunting whisper, declares, "This land is not just property to me," she continues, her words echoing the depth of her soul. "It is every breath I have ever taken." A warm glow illuminates the Callahan farmhouse dining room, rich with the scent of Thanksgiving feasts. Frank Callahan, a robust man, presides over the table, his booming laugh filling the air. Dennis, Susan, and their spouses gather around, their faces alight with tradition. A comforting ritual, repeated over many years, binds the family in shared joy. Frank's declaration echoes through the room. "This farm will be split equally among my 3 children." A young Dennis, sharp in his suit, waves goodbye from a beat-up sedan, his eyes fixed on the open road. The car speeds away, leaving behind a dusty farm road and the desolate Ohio town of his past. Peggy watches him go from the roadside, a poignant sadness lingering in her gaze as he departs. Dennis's posture radiates an eager longing to escape the farm life, his future beckoning beyond the horizon. Sunlight floods a bustling Cincinnati law office, illuminating Susan and Kevin in their prime, radiating professional success. Susan, in a sharp suit, gracefully sits across a polished mahogany desk, exuding an air of sophisticated confidence. She gestures with a pen, her focus on a planner, as they discuss wedding arrangements with light-hearted ease. Their urban surroundings paint a stark contrast to any rural upbringing, a testament to their refined existence. Sunlight streams through the car window, illuminating Peggy's focused profile as she drives. Beside her, Mary, frail and lost in thought, gazes out at the passing world. Peggy's hand gently reaches across the console, a silent gesture of comfort. Her fingers tenderly cover Mary's, a powerful, unspoken reassurance passing between them. The warmth of their connection fills the car, a poignant moment suspended in time. A flashback to 2015, where Peggy expertly maneuvers a large lawnmower, carving precise lines across the vast farm fields. The sun bathes the fields in a golden glow as Peggy, a picture of strength, guides the powerful machine with practiced ease. On the porch, her father, Frank, now older with the weight of years in his knees, watches her. A profound gratitude etches itself across Frank's face, a silent testament to his daughter's tireless work. The drone of the lawnmower mixes with the quiet rustle of the fields, a symphony of labor and love. In a dimly lit bedroom, Frank, a man in his late 60s, struggles for breath, his ragged gasps filling the tense silence. Peggy, mid-60s, her face etched with worry, moves swiftly to his side, her every movement precise and urgent. Her practiced hands deftly prepare and administer his medication, a ritual born of countless anxious nights. Peggy's eyes remain fixed on Frank's face, a silent testament to her unwavering vigilance and deep concern. The soft glow of the bedside lamp illuminates their faces, revealing a profound bond forged in shared struggle. In a lawyer's office, the air hangs heavy with the scent of old paper and hushed grief, as Peggy, Dennis, and Susan sit stiffly. Their faces are etched with a complex blend of sadness and anticipation, awaiting the will's revelation. The lawyer, stern and dressed in a dark suit, clears her throat, preparing to unveil the final wishes. Peggy's gaze drifts to a framed photograph on the desk, a poignant image of Frank's smiling face. The lawyer's voice cuts through the silence. "And to my beloved children, Peggy, Dennis, and Susan, I bequeath my farm." A subtle release of tension washes over Peggy's features as the lawyer confirms. Peggy retained the right to reside there indefinitely. Dennis, with an unsettling familiarity, enters Peggy's kitchen, pulling out a chair at the worn kitchen table. He pours himself sweet tea, the ice clinking softly his eyes scanning the familiar room with a glint of calculation. Peggy watches him, her expression a mask, as he leans forward, the silence thick with unspoken tension. Dennis's voice, smooth as silk, offers temptation. Land values are through the roof, Peggy. A developer's sniffing around. He paints a vivid picture. Offering a pretty penny for this place. Think of what you could do with that kind of money. Peggy's voice, firm and resolute, cuts through the air. This is my home, Dennis. It's not for sale. Autumn light streams into Peggy's kitchen, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air like tiny, silent secrets. Peggy answers her phone with a casual air, her posture a picture of composure. She listens, her face a neutral mask, as Dennis's warm, casual voice fills the silence. Peggy offers short, polite responses, a subtle stiffness in her posture betraying a hidden tension. She hangs up the phone, a flicker of unease crossing her face, a fleeting shadow of discomfort. The flicker vanishes, quickly masked, leaving only the calm facade behind. In her home office, Peggy's face is bathed in the soft, ethereal glow of her computer screen, a silent sentinel in the fall of 2020. Her fingers dance across the keyboard, navigating the digital labyrinth of her inbox with practiced ease. A new email, sender, Susan, emerges from the digital clutter, its subject line hinting at senior downsizing, a phrase that hangs heavy in the air. Peggy's shoulders slump with a soft, weary sigh, a familiar shadow of resignation crossing her features. She dismisses the intrusion with a shrug, labeling it merely attentive behavior. A quiet battle fought on a digital front. Golden sunlight streams into Peggy's cozy kitchen, illuminating dust motes dancing like tiny secrets in the air. Peggy, mid-60s, gestures animatedly across a small table, her hands painting her words in the sun-drenched space. Across from her, Carol, also mid-60s, watches intently, coffee mugs between them, silent witnesses to their conversation. Carol's eyebrow arches, a knowing look playing on her face as she challenges Peggy. Attentive to what, Peggy? Peggy leans forward, a hint of surprise and relief in her voice. My siblings are suddenly so attentive. A soft, almost wistful smile graces her lips as she adds, "It's nice." A complex emotion in her eyes. Under the relentless hum of fluorescent lights, Peggy sits across from an insurance agent, a palpable tension filling the air. The agent's gaze is fixed on his computer screen, a deep frown etched on his face, carefully avoiding Peggy's eyes. His voice is heavy with revelation. "Mrs. Callahan, the deed on this property was transferred last September." The words hang in the air, a shocking blow to Peggy's composure. He delivers the final, crushing detail. "It's in the name of Dennis R. Callahan and Susan E. Moore." Under the sterile hum of fluorescent lights, Peggy's face is cast in a sickly glow, her throat tightening with unspoken dread. The room begins to tilt, walls blurring as if the very air conspires against her clarity. With immense effort, she pushes herself to her feet, each step a heavy struggle through an unseen, dense liquid. The agent's words, now a distant, hollow echo, continue to reverberate, a haunting refrain in her mind. Her eyes, wide and unfocused, reflect the oppressive glare of the office lights. She exits the office, leaving behind the suffocating weight of the news, her world irrevocably altered. Peggy grips the steering wheel, her knuckles white, hands trembling violently as she drives. The familiar road stretches before her, but her gaze sees only a crumbling, alien landscape. Her breath catches, a silent gasp as her world shatters around her, unseen by others. The car glides, but Peggy's spirit is adrift, lost in a sea of overwhelming despair. Peggy sits motionless at her kitchen table, her gaze lost on the floral wallpaper that holds a lifetime of memories. Her eyes are dry, yet a storm of emotions rages within, her lips unmoving as silent questions swirl. Her mind races, a tempest of when and how echoing through her thoughts. A chilling query pierces the silence. How long had they been planning this? The patterned wallpaper, a silent witness, seems to mock her turmoil. In a quiet, professional lawyer's office, Peggy sits across from Patricia, a sharp property attorney. Patricia's gaze, both piercing and reassuring, fixes on Peggy, ready to absorb every word. Peggy's voice, though low, vibrates with a potent mixture of anger and disbelief as she recounts recent events. Patricia's pen scratches methodically across her legal pad, a grim expression etched on her face. The attorney listens intently, her silent absorption a stark contrast to Peggy's raw emotion. In a neat lawyer's office, filled with legal tomes and a soft hum, Patricia leans forward, her gaze unwavering. Peggy sits opposite, a complex mix of anxiety and hope etched on her face, awaiting Patricia's guidance. Patricia's focused intensity is clear as she advises, "I need you to save every single voicemail and email. Everything. We'll need it all." With reassuring resolve, Patricia promises, "Don't worry, Peggy. I will investigate this thoroughly." Sunlight streams into a lawyer's office, illuminating dust motes dancing in the air as Patricia sits behind a mahogany desk. A thick file, overflowing with documents, rests before Patricia as Peggy sits opposite, her hands clasped tightly. Patricia reveals, "I've gone through everything, Peggy. It appears Kevin Moore, Susan's husband, had documents prepared for a secondary trust." Patricia continues, "It transferred ownership of the farm. It was notarized by a personal acquaintance of his in Cincinnati." In the sterile lawyer's office, Peggy's face hardens, a mask of disbelief and betrayal etched upon her features. The news hits her like a physical blow. Kevin, a trusted friend, has used his license to erase her name. Her eyes, once warm with memory, now reflect a chilling void as she processes the unthinkable treachery. A man who once shared meals at her family's table, now a phantom of trust, a betrayer of the deepest kind. Inside her, a profound coldness settles, a chill that pierces to the very core of her being. The narrator's voice, a solemn echo, confirms the icy truth. "Something went cold inside me that has never fully warmed back up." The Cleveland Clinic waiting room, an expanse of sterile white, feels cold and impersonal, a stark contrast to the human fragility within. Peggy sits beside her father, Frank, a silent guardian in the sterile quiet, her presence a shield against the harsh reality. Frank's hands tremble uncontrollably, a visible testament to the medication's relentless grip. A battle fought silently. His eyes squint, a fleeting moment of concentration as he struggles to grasp a memory, a fragment of his past slipping away. A whisper of a question, "What day is it, honey?" escapes Frank's lips, a poignant plea for connection in the fading light of his mind. Peggy's gaze holds a universe of unspoken emotions, a mixture of love, pain, and resignation, as she prepares to answer. In the somber glow of Frank's bedroom, Peggy meticulously refills a pill organizer, her movements precise and practiced. Each compartment overflows with a vibrant array of medications, a silent testament to Frank's failing health. The sheer volume of pills speaks volumes of his diminished capacity for sound judgment. Peggy's steady hands reveal a quiet, heartbreaking ritual of care and control. In a quiet lawyer's office, Patricia carefully lays out a stack of documents on a polished mahogany desk, the air thick with anticipation. Medical records and statements from Frank's cardiologist and pharmacist confirm the devastating truth. Each paper reveals Frank's incompetence in November 2018, confirming Peggy's gnawing suspicions. The irrefutable evidence lays bare the deliberate malice of Dennis and Susan. Patricia, with a smooth, deliberate motion, slides a real estate purchase agreement across the polished desk toward Peggy. Peggy's eyes narrow as they scan the document. The date, March 2020, catching her attention a month after Frank's funeral. The agreement reveals the sale of 40 acres of the southern field to an Indiana development company, a shocking revelation. Her gaze finally lands on a familiar, unsettling signature. Dennis's, confirming her deepest suspicions. In the lawyer's office, Peggy's gaze fixes on Dennis, a chilling realization dawning in her eyes. His earlier proposal echoes in her mind, a cruel charade now exposed in its full deceit. The bitter truth sinks in. The deal was sealed, decided long before her arrival. She recalls his steady gaze, the convincing performance of a reasonable man. A wave of self-reproach washes over her as she remembers, "And I believed him." The crushing weight of her own desire to believe him settles, a silent, painful admission. Peggy's eyes are fixed on Dennis's signature, a name etched in ink, now a symbol of her unwavering resolve. A quiet, absolute determination hardens her features, her gaze unwavering, reflecting a fierce inner battle. Her voice, low and steady, cuts through the stillness. "I want everything." Patricia meets her gaze, a flicker of understanding in her eyes, a silent pact forming. With a firm nod, Patricia seals their agreement, declaring, "Then let's get it." The imposing interior of the Hardin County Court of Common Pleas looms, bathed in streams of daylight. Dust motes dance in the sunbeams, illuminating the hushed, weighty atmosphere of the courthouse. Peggy, her face a blend of apprehension and firm resolve, walks alongside Patricia, their purpose clear. Their measured steps echo softly on the polished floors, each movement heavy with the weight of their mission. They are here to file suit, a desperate fight against deed fraud, elder exploitation, and civil conspiracy. Kevin Moore, a lawyer, sits at his large, polished desk, surrounded by a chaotic sea of scattered papers. Stress etched on his face, the shrill ring of his phone shatters the tense silence of the office. He answers, his voice initially radiating confidence, a facade quickly crumbling as the conversation unfolds. His brow furrows deeply, lines of worry etched onto his face as the gravity of the situation dawns on him. His grip on the phone tightens, knuckles turning white, as if holding on to a lifeline that's slipping away. A chilling realization washes over him. The full legal implications of Peggy's lawsuit, now stark and terrifyingly clear. Fluorescent lights hum, casting a sterile glow on a desk piled high with legal documents. An official, her expression intensely focused, meticulously reviews a thick file. Her eyes scan documents, specifically those detailing Kevin Moore's professional conduct. The soft scratch of her pen marks a note on a pad, a subtle prelude to disciplinary action. The air crackles with unspoken tension as a disciplinary investigation quietly begins. 2 weeks after filing suit, Peggy's kitchen is eerily quiet, bathed in the soft glow of morning light filtering through the window. Dust motes dance lazily in the sunbeams, a poignant symbol of the stillness and untouched time within the room. Peggy stands by the counter, a phone pressed to her ear, her posture taut with unspoken tension. As she listens intently, a subtle flicker of hurt crosses her face, betraying the raw emotion beneath her composed exterior. Susan's voice, sharp and accusatory, cuts through the quiet. "You're being so difficult, Peggy." The words hang in the air, a devastating blow. "You're tearing the family apart." In her kitchen, Peggy listens, her face a mask of unreadable calm, as Susan's voice, a shrill torrent of accusations, pours from the phone. A moment of pregnant silence hangs in the air. Then Peggy's voice, calm and steady, cuts through the tension. Her resolve unwavering, Peggy delivers her piercing truth. "Susan, your husband forged Dad's signature when Dad couldn't remember what month it was." With a chilling finality, Peggy commands, "Don't say his name to me again," and hangs up, the click echoing her steely resolve. In the quiet of her bedroom, Peggy lies awake, her eyes fixed on the distant ceiling, lost in thought. A profound stillness fills the room, broken only by the soft echoes of unspoken memories. Her expression is not one of sorrow, but a deep, contemplative gaze, reflecting a lifetime of moments. A vivid memory surfaces, the glow of Dennis and Susan's taillights fading into the night after a holiday. The red lights, a symbol of departures, vanish down the driveway, leaving a lingering sense of absence. Peggy's mind, a quiet gallery, holds these cherished images, each a testament to time's passage. Peggy stands alone on the dim porch, a solitary silhouette against the night. She waves a final farewell as Dennis's taillights vanish into the darkness, followed by Susan's. The distant hum of engines fades, leaving an echoing silence in the vast, empty night. Peggy turns slowly, her shoulders slumping, a visible weight of duty settling upon her. The farmhouse looms before her, a silent, imposing guardian of her unwavering commitment. In the dim glow of her bedside lamp, Peggy sits on the edge of her bed, shadows stretching long and deep around her. Her gaze, distant and unfocused, betrays a dawning, painful realization. The truth about Dennis's motives not land, but a cruel victory washes over her with chilling clarity. The heavy weight of his betrayal settles deep within her chest, an unbearable, profound ache. In the hushed Hardin County court, the stern-faced judge, robed in black, prepares to deliver her final, momentous verdict. Peggy's gaze remains fixed on the judge, her breath held captive by the weight of the impending judgment. The judge's voice rings out, declaring the fraudulent trust voided, each word a hammer blow of justice. A profound sense of vindication washes over Peggy as the deed transfer reversed echoes, her long fight finally won. In the tense courtroom, the stern judge fixes her gaze on Dennis, her voice resonating with ultimate authority. Kevin Moore stands beside his attorney, his face a mask of pale apprehension as he awaits his fate. Peggy, in the gallery, watches intently, a flicker of relief beginning to soften her features. The judge's voice cuts through the silence. "Dennis, you are hereby ordered to pay Peggy the full fair market value for the 40 acres sold plus damages." The judge delivers the final blow. "Furthermore, Kevin Moore, your license is permanently revoked. Justice has been served." A lighter air settles. The kitchen, bathed in bright daylight, feels heavy with unspoken tension as Dennis enters. His face is a grim mask, reflecting the bitter taste of defeat. He begrudgingly transfers money to Peggy, his movements devoid of grace. Only a sullen compliance with the court's harsh order dictates his actions. The air crackles with the silent, resentful acknowledgement of a forced transaction. Peggy sits on her porch swing, its weathered wood groaning softly under her weight, the air thick with honeysuckle. The distant rumble of heavy machinery vibrates through the evening, a stark contrast to the quiet farm. Construction lights pierce the twilight in the south field, casting long, stark shadows across the land. Once a familiar landscape, it is now a canvas of progress, dramatically altered by the encroaching machinery. Peggy's gaze sweeps over the scene, a testament to what has been irrevocably changed. Her face, etched with the passage of time, reflects a deep sadness for the landscape she once knew. On her farmhouse porch, Peggy stands, the air heavy and still around her, a silent witness to her quiet pain. Her eyes, filled with a flickering sorrow, gaze southward across the vast, stretching landscape. The silence around her is profound, almost suffocating, as if the world holds its breath with her. Her stance is resolute, yet a deep, unyielding pain emanates from her, a burden unseen by others. The unspoken truth hangs in the air. Winning didn't bring back the silence. A poignant realization echoes. Some losses don't show up in court, etched on her face. In Peggy's kitchen, Carol arrives, holding a bottle of Merlot, its dark glass reflecting the soft glow of the kitchen light. Long shadows stretch across the floor, hinting at a quiet evening yet to unfold. They move to the porch, where the rhythmic chirping of crickets fills the air, a natural symphony. Carol's voice, soft and sincere, breaks the silence. "Peggy, your parents would be proud of you." Peggy stands on her farmhouse porch, the night enveloping her, her gaze fixed on the dark tree line, her eyes pools of emotion, well with tears that threaten to spill over. A torrent of emotions breaks free, not of sorrow, but of an overwhelming, profound relief. The long, agonizing nightmare, the ordeal that has consumed her, is finally drawing to a close. A single tear escapes, tracing a path of liberation down her cheek. The weight of the world lifts from her shoulders, leaving only the quiet peace of the night. Sunlight streams into Peggy's kitchen, illuminating dancing dust motes in the tranquil air. Peggy stands with unwavering conviction, her gaze fixed on the camera. Her eyes, deep and resolute, pose a silent, profound question. A soft whisper escapes her lips. "What would you do?" Her voice resonates with power. "My choice was to fight, and I urge you, do not let anyone diminish you." Peggy walks across her sun-drenched land, her fingers gently brushing the rich, dark soil. Her gaze sweeps over the weathered farmhouse, its walls etched with a lifetime of cherished memories. In her hand, she clutches the deed, bearing only her name, a testament to her unwavering ownership. The land seems to hum with her presence, a silent acknowledgement of her enduring strength and rightful claim.